Jaron Ennis Boots becomes the new WBO and WBA Super Welterweight champion after a 7th round TKO victory over the former champion Xander Zayas. What a fight that was, my people. I'm coming off straight off the live commentary. So I just finished watching the fight. So my memory's fresh. Yeah, I can recall every single thing that happened in the fight. This is my post-fight reaction. That was one of the best fights I've seen in years. I mean, my God, Zayas is an absolute dog, man. He's a tough boy, strong boy. I mean, the punishment, the beating he took in this fight against Ennis Boots, I mean, any other guy would have dropped in a 2nd round, 3rd round fight would have been over. But this kid, only 23 years old, taking a risk against a highly skilled, dangerous fighter like Ennis Boots, when most other champions would have chose a slightly easier route, he chose to fight Ennis Boots, man, and put his record and his belt on the line. He's brave. We have to commend him, but he paid for it, man. He paid for it, man. He got absolutely battered in that ring. Ennis Boots was not playing games, man. Straight from the first bell, he was at it, man. There was no filling up process. You know, like in big fights, championship fights, belts on the line, fighters normally, you know, take their time to build themselves into the fight. Do you know what I mean? Establish the range, you know, close the distance and everything like that. Get the jab working. Nah, none of that. Ennis Boots dropped Zayas in the 1st round, man. Straight left, combination punches, dropped Zayas, man. Crazy. And I really thought that was the end of it. But now Zayas survived the 1st round. He survived it. He heard the final. He heard the bell in the 1st round and came back in the 2nd round. And he was much stronger in the 2nd round, man. He did his thing. He held on. He did his thing. And he was catching Ennis Boots. If one thing I'm going to say, even though Ennis Boots won, and he won in great fashion, by the way. I mean, 7th round TKO. He did dominate the fight. He landed a better combination, harder punches, obviously. But if you're a future opponent of Ennis Boots and you're looking at holes in his game, you're going to be looking at it and thinking, you know what? You can get to this guy. Because I'm going to show you something. I'm going to share with you my scorecards from the fight. I mean, this is, you know, at the time that the fight was stopped, obviously I've got, as you can see from the scorecard, the 1st round, I scored a 10-8 to Ennis Boots because obviously he got a stoppage. 2nd round, much better round for Zayas. He recovered, but he still lost. In the 3rd round, Zayas won that 3rd round because he hurt Ennis Boots. To everybody's surprise, Ennis Boots got caught and he was nearly out on his feet. And I'm keeping it real. You know what I mean? Like, he was nearly out on his feet, but he hanged in there. And you know what? Towards the end of the round, he hurt Zayas as well. But Zayas missed a big opportunity in that 3rd round to get rid of Ennis Boots. And that's what I mean by future opponents, you know, opponents of Ennis Boots, such as Virgil, Ortiz, Sebastian Fundora. They're going to be watching that fight and thinking, you know what? We can get to this guy, you know. He's not invincible. Yeah, he's good, he's strong, he's very skillful, but he gets caught a lot in the exchanges. Ennis Boots was caught a lot in the exchanges. It's just that Zayas never took full advantage of it. You know, and in that 3rd round, for a moment, for like a minute, Boots was in big trouble. Zayas was catching him at will. And on another night, he could have been dropped. So just the details, small details that Ennis Boots needs to iron out. He needs to polish. He needs to go back to the gym with his coaches and work at it. Because in future, if he's in that ring against a Virgil Ortiz, who's relentless, pressure fighter, punches hard, big guy at 154 pounds, they'll take advantage. And Ennis Boots might not be able to recover if he's in trouble against a Virgil Ortiz. If he's in there against a very tall, lanky, lengthy, you know what I mean, Sebastian Fundora, punches hard as well, very good combination puncher, very good boxer, solid fighter, he's going to be in big trouble. So small little details that Ennis Boots needs to iron out from his game. Apart from that, Boots boxed really well. The combination punching was brilliant. You know what I mean? He was catching Zayas with the left hand, right hand, switching all the time, switching stances. And I think that just bamboozled Zayas. You know what I mean? Confused him. He just couldn't hang in there. You know, my thoughts coming into the fight, the way I saw the fight happening, was that Zayas was going to be more of a slick boxer in this fight. He was going to lead with his jab. You know what I mean? He was going to box more. He wasn't going to get into the exchange. He wasn't going to get into the war with Boots. But to my surprise, Zayas actually went out there and wanted to have a fight. He wanted to have a punch up with Ennis Boots, and I think that was a big mistake because when he was boxing, he looked all right. Is when he was in the pocket with Ennis Boots, he was getting caught. Very, very often he was getting caught in the exchanges, in the pockets. You know what I mean? Ennis Boots was also vulnerable as well, but Zayas just wasn't taking advantage of it. But for me personally, yeah, Zayas just had a wrong game plan in there. For me personally, if I was in his corner, if I was coaching him, I would have had him boxing, you know, boxing and moving, not getting involved in exchanges. Maybe later on, not so early, because when Boots is fresh, it's very dangerous, man. Very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. And when he smells blood, he's going to finish you. And Zayas actually got away with it in the was it the fourth order? Let me check my scorecards again. Zayas actually got away with it in the 5th round. He got dropped in the 5th round, and he got dropped hard. That was a hard drop. I believe it was a right hook and a left from Ennis Boots that dropped Zayas. He got hurt bad. And I thought, you know what? He's not getting up. He's not getting up. But he made a 10 count, got up, referee allowed the fight to continue. But you can see that his legs just wasn't under him. I'm talking about Zayas here. For the rest of the round, he was just on survival mode. And I feel like Boots was kind of tired himself because he exhausted so much energy trying to get rid of Zayas that he didn't really throw too many punches for towards the end of that 5th round. He didn't throw too much because he could have got Zayas out of there, but he just spent so much energy in the build-up to knocking him down that it really didn't have much left. You know, so Zayas survived that again, man. What a tough boy. Survives the 5th round, comes back, survives, tried to survive the 6th, and nah. Boots just didn't let him get off. You know, Boots was landing the jab, the right hand at will. He was absolutely punching up Zayas, and you know what? Final sequence, couple of body shots, couple of shots up to the head. Zayas took the knee and his corner threw the towel in. I mean, he took a beating. He really had nothing left because he wasn't throwing the jab in the 6th round. He wasn't really trying to engage, trying to fight. I mean, he'll throw the odd shot, but you can tell he was spent. He was done. He was done. It was only a matter of time before Ennis Boots would put a combination together and stop the fight. And in the 7th round, the stoppage came. Combination punching from Ennis Boots, and that was it. Murder, she wrote. The corner of Zayas threw the towel in, and that was it, man. Emphatic victory for Ennis Boots. He's proven to everybody, listen, if you want to box with him, he can box. If you want to trade with him, he can trade, and he'll hurt you. He'll hurt you. Now he's the unified champion at the super welterweight division, 154 pounds. You know what I mean? And now I keep telling people this, man. Boots, for me, yeah, he's definitely top 5 pound-for-pound fighters in the world. I don't know. I haven't seen the Ring Magazine top 10, but I don't know if he's in there. I don't know if he's top 5. I don't think so. The last time I checked, I didn't see any booster, but let me know in the comments. I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but he does still need to iron some little holes in his defense, especially when he's in the pocket, exchanging, throwing shots. He likes to kind of, do you know what I mean? Kind of drop the shoulders, and he kind of leaves himself exposed because he drops the hand as well. And on another day against a Virgil Ortiz or a Sebastian Fundora, he could be in big trouble and he could get dropped. You know what I mean? He was really tested in this fight. A lot of people thought that this was a full-gone conclusion. Ennis is just going to dominate. It'll be easy. He's not going to get touched up. But now Zayas had other ideas, and it did hurt. He did hurt, you know, Ennis Boots during the exchanges. Especially in the 3rd round. He could have got Ennis Boots out of there. I mean, Boots looked out of there. His legs were gone, mate. And he wasn't holding on. Boots is such an honest fighter. Like, this guy just loves to fight. He was throwing back. He was throwing punches back. Absolutely crazy, crazy guy. But yeah, congratulations to Ennis Boots, man. What a fighter, man. One of the best fighters in the world right now, man. That's for sure, man. I'm sure a lot of people will not disagree with me. Now, let's look at the landscape of the super welterweight division, 154 pounds. Let's look at the champions. Obviously, the WBO champion is now Ennis Boots. He's got the WBA as well. The Ring Magazine is currently vacant. Ortiz and Fundora might fight for that. We'll see what happens with that as we go down the list. We've got Josh Kelly. He's got the IBF title. Now, Josh Kelly, I think he's been out for a while. He might want a little run out before he faces a Ennis Boots. That fight is available there again, another unification, because Ennis Boots, he wants to become undisputed champion in the super welterweight division, 154 pounds, because he wasn't able to do it at 147. So he definitely will be going for it at 154. You've got Sebastian Fundora with the WBC super welterweight title. He's holding that now. After watching that fight, Ennis Boots versus Zayas, I'm sure Fundora is going to be rubbing his hands and thinking, you know, I want some of that. I can definitely exploit some of the holes, the deficiencies in Ennis Boots' game. You know what I mean? And Sebastian Fundora, with his height and reach, he can cause damage to Ennis Boots. You got Virgil Ortiz. He's the interim champion with the WBC. Now, Virgil Ortiz, he is at the moment in negotiation with Golden Boy again. I think they're trying to renegotiate his contract. So once they iron that out, we might see Virgil Ortiz versus Sebastian Fundora, and then we could see what the winner of that take on Ennis Boots. The division is very exciting at the moment. Very, very exciting. 154 pounds. I mean, listen, man, there's some great matchups up there, but for now, you have to say that the standout guy in that division is Ennis Boots. You know what I mean? But the fight that we all want to see, we want to see Virgil Ortiz versus Ennis Boots. That's the big fight. But I feel like now that Boots has two of the belts, he's unified the belt, he's going to want Virgil Ortiz to come into that fight with a belt as well. So if Virgil Ortiz goes to fight a Fundora, he wins that title, then can you imagine how big that fight between Boots and Ortiz will be? It'll be a massive fight. We'll do crazy numbers, man. And also, shout out to Xander Zayas as well. 23 years old. Some people are talking about he's going to go back to 160. He wasn't making no excuses at his post-fight interview. He said, listen, the best man won. He might go back to 160. He might stay 154. But listen, one thing I can say about Zayas is that he's 23, he's young, he's brave. He took a chance. You know what I mean? He dared to be the best, challenge himself against another great fight. He came up short. You know what I mean? When the best fight the best, somebody got to lose, man. You know, we need to command and respect fighters like this. So shout out to Xander Zayas, man. But my people, I'm going to leave it at that, man. I'm going to leave it at that. Let me know your thoughts on that fight, man. What did you think of Ennis Boots' performance? You know what I mean? Even though he won, he got the stoppage, but did you see some holes in his game? Did you see like there's some deficiency in his defense that he needs to iron out, especially if he's going to go on and fight the likes of Virgil Ortiz, Sebastian Fundora? Those are dangerous fights, man. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And also, let me know the matchups, man. Who do you think is going to win out of Ennis Boots versus Virgil Ortiz? Virgil Ortiz versus Fundora. Fundora versus Ennis Boots. I mean, listen, man. There's some great matchups out there, man. Just let me know your thoughts in the comments. And do you think also, last one, Ennis Boots will become undisputed champion at super welterweight at 154 pounds? Let me know. I think he will. I think he can do it. If he just irons out some of those gaps in his defense, like, do you know what I mean? Especially when he's in the pocket during the exchange. If he can just iron that out, if he can just learn to kind of box smart when he's hurt and not just go for it and keep fighting fire for fire, because on another night he could get hurt. You know what I mean? I think he can become undisputed if he irons out just the little niggles in his defense. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, my people. I really appreciate it. Once again, thank you so much for watching EMGM Sports. It's me, your boy Enzo, the realest in the game. Please don't forget to smash the likes. And if you're new to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe. I'll be back real soon with another one. Until then, stay blessed, my people. Peace.